Hello, welcome to Series 13 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches for October of 2023. I am crafting with Amanda, and this is the sketch that I'm using. You can see that I have rotated it in my world, and it's by Sherry Stewart, and I put it up in the upper left corner as Sherry did it. I have rotated it, or will be rotating it, 90 degrees counterclockwise, so you can kind of see that I'm going to have my banner up and down where she has it side to side and proceed from there. So these are Lego creations that are in what used to be called Downtown Disney, or now Disney Springs. And I thought it would be fun to use the little Mickey heads as the Lego interlocking posts. So I know that it's not true Lego, but it's a nod to Lego. And it's hard to see on the camera, and I know I've said this a lot this month, but in real life, it's super cute. So now I'm going to audition different papers. This one's way too busy, and it's got to go. So I end up using this, or I end up trying this yellow paper from the Happiest Place cardstock, and it was just too bold. So I'm just like, go back to white, see what you can go, see where you can go from here. So I went back to white, and then I grabbed 4 sheets of cardstock in Bluebird, Candy Apple, Lemonade, and then Evergreen. I'm going to mat my photos in black, and then I went and cut. I have my own little punch. This isn't one of Missy's, but I have my own little punch, and I punched out some Mickey heads, and then I cut some Lego bricks. And to make the Mickey head stand out a little bit more, I do sand the edges of the Mickey heads while they're on the cardstock or the bricks. And that just really makes them pop. You could see them in real life, but doing this sanding makes it even better. So I'm just taking my emery board. I have, I think, 4 rows at the top, 1 row between the photos, and then 1 row of Mickey heads all the way at the bottom. So I didn't fill in the whole area, just the top, the middle, and the very bottom. And I'm really liking where this layout is going. I feel like, okay, this was a good embellishment, fun quirk to go with my album this month. All of the photos and pages that I have done for the 30 Days of Sketches have all been Disney photos from a trip we took in 2000 and in 1997. And one of them was just my husband and I, and then the other trip was friends of ours went as well. But as I'm putting these Lego bricks down, and I'm using air quotes because I know they're not the Lego bricks, I'm trying to figure out where my journaling is going to go, what my title could be, how I'm going to fill in all of this white space, because this is just a lot of glaring white space. I've grabbed my journaling lines here. Kind of, I can use it as a placement holder for I want to put journaling. I don't really have a direction or an idea yet for all that white space, so I went to my die cuts and pulled out the letters for Legos, which will be my title. And then I happened to be looking for a block to put my journaling stamp on, and I decided, I can do what I call block stamping. So I am just taking the 2x2 square block, and I'm going to stamp it directly on the paper. And I do that here 3 times. I've left these things on my page so that I have an idea of where some of my pieces parts are going to be. But then I realized that I should have flipped this whole sheet over, and I'm going to do that soon, because the back side of the Versamat has a foam on it, which gives just a little bit of relief, and it'll make those block stampings come out even better. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my paper over and start over again. I always used to say when I did workshops back in Michigan of the person who invented the 2-sided paper, I really hope that they were rich from their invention, because it's been a lifesaver for me. So here I am, like I said, I'm just doing some block stamping. You can tell how it comes out just a little different each time, but I like that. I'm thinking in my head that I wanted to overlap the initial colors, just like you kind of overlap on Legos. And so I was going to do it just at the corner, and I'm like, no, you need to push it in a little bit more. And I know all of these are squares, and I could have gone and gotten a smaller or a bigger block to do some different sizes. But sometimes I think when you bring in too many colors, too many shapes, too much going on, then you lose the focus. And I really do try to make my photos the star of the layout. So it's here with the bluebird stamping that I'm like, okay, we can do this kind of at an angle, just kind of like it, you know, somebody dropped a bag of Legos and they just fall in all different directions. So I kind of got out of my square, everything has to line up mold, and am doing just some, I would call it random stamping, but it's intentional. It's I'm trying to do colors in sets of 3 or 5. I do 4 in the blue, but you don't need everything to be in 3s or 5s. But you'll notice here that I will have, my red will have 5 colors on the page. Again, just it's soft for the eye. The green is in 3. I did end up doing 4 in the yellow, but again, having kind of that mix I think is great. So now we're to the point that I can just assemble this page, and it came together so quickly. We had company in town all last week, and so I was really pleased that I've been able to put a video out every day. We had a work event for my husband today, so I wasn't sure where things were going to land, but I was so excited when I came in and these were my photos. The sketch just was a natural fit once I landed on using the Mickey heads for the Lego pieces, and those were going to be my embellishments, as well as honoring the sketch that Sherry put together. Everything just came together. It was really nice. It was a fun day or afternoon, a couple hours to scrapbook and record, and it was fun to do. So now I'm realizing that because my color block in the background is yellow, my journaling lines can go right over top of that. I was trying to decide what color I wanted to put those journaling lines, and I've decided on second generation jade. So I will ink out my stamp on my off scrap paper there, and then stamp on my final project, which will give me just enough of the impression of the lines so that I know where to do my journaling. So as I wrap up here and put all of my Lego bricks on, I'm realizing that I need more bricks, because I think I want to just have like a dropped pile of bricks that people would like create from. And so I'm going to grab some more papers and my punch and put all those together. I'm not going to have you watch how I do this, but for me what worked was I put the dot of glue on my bricks, and my bricks were 1.5 by 2.5 for the rectangles, and then the smaller bricks were 1.5 by 3/4 of an inch, or 1.5 by 1.5 for the squares. And to make those Mickey stand out, like I said, I just kind of use my emery board and sand off a little bit of the edges of that raised Mickey. Below the video, you will find 2 playlists. One is a playlist of just my 30 Days of Sketches videos, not just for this month and my Disney album that I'm creating, but also previous projects that I've done. And then there's a second playlist in there that has all of the gals that have created this month using the sketches. So you can go and see what everybody created with day 23 sketch and all the other sketches for the month. The last time I looked, there was over 300 videos in that playlist. So sit down with your favorite beverage and some paper and just kind of scrap along with everybody. I will remind you, if you see a red subscribe button, you can click on that and you'll be subscribed to my channel, which is great. You can like this video, which also helps. You can share this video with friends if you think it's a great idea. If you want, you can leave a sweet comment or ask a question. I interact with all of those and I appreciate your time. Also in the video description are some links to some products. Most are close to my heart, some are on Amazon. Both ways I do receive compensation if you order that way. It doesn't cost you any more. I just get a thank you from either Close to My Heart or Amazon for your order. And that's a great way that even if you are not able to buy the products from a channel, but you really like what they want to do and you want to support them, go ahead and place some of your orders for stuff that you would be buying anyhow using one of their links, and then they get that little thank you. And it's just a nice, I don't know about all the other people, but for me, it's always a wonderful surprise, and I love it. So here it is. I have added my journaling. I just talk about that we were wondering how long it took to create all of these big projects, and also how many bricks it took. So time-wise, hours, number of bricks, we just figured it was a ton. So this is it. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the playlist for everybody else that's playing along this month. If you want to connect with me, that's also in the video description. Blessings.